Overnight, a house catches fire in North St. Louis, where the fire department says sent a man to the hospital.
That fire comes as St. Louis leaders emphasize safety. The town hall meeting happening today.
Mostly rain for today, but that changes to snow tomorrow. We'll time out who could see the most snow today and tomorrow, and another round to come for the weekend.
Winter means driving in unusual conditions. How to prepare your car for the storm headed our way.
Relief thanks to the Rams. The ways St. Louis City could spend the Rams settlement money and how you can help narrow the options down.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are getting a live look at Chesterfield this morning. I always have to double check because sometimes it's like, I could say St. Charles and we're looking at Lambert Airport, but you know, anyway, this is Chesterfield.
Yeah.
I say it with confidence. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, January 8th. I'm Michelle Lee. So great to see you this morning.
Great to see you. And I'm Sydney Stallworth. I'm in for Rennie Knott, who's off today. Thanks for everybody for joining us, especially those watching on 5+. We've got you covered because it's Monday morning and a lot of people are headed back to work, back to school for the first time in a while. Paul's got you covered on the roads, and then Anthony has our forecast handled. Hey, Anthony.
We have rain coming today, so I know a lot of folks were hoping for a big snow. I just don't think this is going to be the one for us, but maybe if you have tomorrow off, tomorrow evening, maybe a quick road trip up to Lincoln or Pike County, but that's where the accumulating snow is really going to pile up. For St. Louis, kind of like a wimpy snow for the most part. Did you have a question,
Well, I was
Michelle,
thinking
as
Ruby
I
Lee's
drove
going to
away?
be in Lincoln County.
Ruby Lee should be there. Yeah, shout out. That's in our viewing area. So those will be the locations where you have accumulating snow today and tomorrow. You see the rain, though. This will be a big rainmaker for St. Louis Metro as it's stretching in from Kansas right now. The cloud cover, that's also stretching in as well. So as far as winter weather advisories, you see those are posted north and west. Same for winter storm warnings. That's where the accumulating snow will set up over the next 24 hours. Again, mostly missing St. Louis. We will have just a little bit of snow, but not enough to crack that threshold for a winter weather advisory. Cloudy out the door this morning, near freezing. Temperatures today will be up near 40 degrees with the rain developing later. We'll show you the timeline for tomorrow and how much snow we can expect in total, plus a look at a few more systems. If you don't get what you want today and tomorrow, you may have a chance this weekend. We'll talk about that coming up. Let's go over to Paul now and track that Monday morning commute traffic talk, or traffic time, I guess I should say, because, you know, you got that whole traffic talk Tuesday.
I've got a lot going on, buddy. I've got a lot. Did you try to add something to my list? I'm just kidding.
Traffic talk Wednesday.
That's it.
Or
we
Thursday,
do
I don't know.
have you covered with everything that's coming this week. So know that you are in the right place on it. Now, if you're near the airport, you might see this disabled vehicle and a crash nearby. We're talking about the Interbelt 170 southbound at the Rock Road. You can see it there at the top of the screen. Really, it's the only thing that is a blemish on our maps here this morning. We do want to make sure you see 255 at 64 where some ramps are being reworked, but you should be fine getting to work. Normal travel times, another take of traffic minutes away.
Thanks so much, Paul. We are continuing to follow this early morning house fire in North St. Louis that actually had one person taken to the hospital there. You can see the ambulance. It just happened before about 1 o'clock this morning on Labadine near North Newstead. A man was struggling to breathe as he was being loaded onto the ambulance there. According to the battalion chief on the scene, the man was stressed and running on adrenaline. There is some moderate damage to the front area of the house, but no word on what caused the fire.
Well, later today, St. Louis city officials are going to be holding a public safety town hall meeting.
And we also know that this is happening a day after 2 officers were involved in a pretty serious crash while headed to a scene. Megan Kernan is joining us live outside of headquarters with more. Good morning, Megan. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Michelle and Sydney. Well, the big public safety town hall meeting is happening tonight in North St. Louis. And among those attending is Police Chief Robert Tracy, who's also dealing with a serious crash involving 2 of his officers that's not too far from here at PD headquarters. Now take a look at this video. You can see another car slam into a police cruiser with its lights on at the intersection of Olive and 20th Streets yesterday afternoon. The crash caused the cruiser to flip several times and slide several feet down the road on its roof. Now we're told 2 officers in the car were responding to a call for aid on Euclid Avenue in the Central West End. We later saw several St. Louis police cars outside Barnes Hospital, where those officers were treated and have since been released. Now, there's no word yet on whether anyone else was injured in the other car. All that happened just hours before today's big safety town hall, where you can learn how St. Louis city leaders plan to handle crime this year. The meeting is from 6 to 7:30 tonight at the Urban League on North Kings Highway. Police Chief Robert Tracy, Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore, Board of Aldermen President Megan Green, and other city officials will be there to answer your questions. Now ahead in our next half hour, how the St. Louis police officer crash is just the latest in a series of crashes involving police cruisers in the past few weeks. Live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Megan. Hours from now, Missouri Congresswoman Cori Bush will join the former employees of Northview Village Nursing Home at a rally today. It's at 10 o'clock outside Healthcare Accounting Services Brentwood location. Now, that company, if you remember, suddenly closed Northview Village without warning on Friday, December 15th. So far, workers are still waiting to get their final paychecks.
This morning at 6:06, we know the NFL playoffs kick off this weekend. Lots of people excited about that, but here at home, once again, the Dome will sit empty. But the city of St. Louis does have a win this morning. Hundreds of millions of dollars from the Rams settlement money in the bank. Our Holden Kowicki joins us live outside the Dome. Holden, we've been talking about this for so long. Can you tell us, where do we stand with all of this?
Well, Sydney, if it does seem like we've been talking about this for a while, it's because we have. This is actually one of the first big stories that I covered here at KACK when I started back in 2021, when the Rams were given or the city of St. Louis was given $280 million by the NFL when the Rams decided to skip town. And now we have some ideas on how the city could spend it. After launching an online portal back in August, city leaders received more than 700 ideas on how to spend that money. The Board of Aldermen quickly whittled that list down to 20 ideas that have been identified as priorities for the city. They include upgrading water infrastructure, improving city services, improving public safety, improving the city finances, catalyzing downtown reinvestment, increasing community mobility, and increasing access to affordable health care. Now, you can cast up to 10 votes for a single idea or spread them all out across multiple ideas on the city's online portal. You have until February 2nd to do that. Now, the residents who came up with these top 20 ideas will be given one final opportunity to make a pitch to the Board of Aldermen. That's going to be coming up this spring. Ahead in our next half hour, you're going to want to hear how people have told me over the past several years how they would like to see this money spent. Reporting live in downtown St. Louis, Holden Kowicki, 5 on your side.
Love spending me some money. All right. Let's talk about our weather first forecast, a little retail therapy. As we go through the next 24 hours, you can see the Futurecast shows the rain holding off until about this afternoon. That's when we'll start to see a few light rain showers. Heavier rain does develop this evening, and you can see that denoted by some of the yellows and reds here. So as we go towards sunset, we will be looking at a steady rain. Where it will snow today, that's up in Pike County, perhaps parts of Lincoln County, and back towards Warren, Montgomery, Gasconade County, west of St. Louis, and that will continue tonight into tomorrow. But notice how metro areas, St. Louis, all of this is rain and heavy even through tonight. We go into tomorrow, the light rain starts to taper off by the afternoon. That's when we'll start to see the snow showers. So it's tomorrow afternoon for St. Louis Metro, and it's just a quick hit here. Things will wrap up tomorrow night. But hey, if you don't get what you want this go round, there is another round on the way this weekend. We'll talk about that and some bitter cold to come in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much. Don't forget, you can get the latest Weather First forecast sent straight to your phone anytime. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355 and we will send you a link.
A teenager killed in Alton. This morning, how his family hopes to honor him with your help.
Plus, as we've been mentioning, slick roads are not safe roads. Paul is going to walk us through how to drive in those wintry conditions.
And overnight updates in the investigation into the plane that lost one of its panels mid-flight. A discovery made by a Portland teacher when we come back.